Welcome to Ogden, Utah. Ogden Jets threatening score. 6:45 remaining in the first quarter. Score is 0-0. This is the second offensive series of the game. The Jets looking to score now on second and goal from the 2. Handoff up the middle. Looks like they might have stopped him a little bit short. On the carry there was number 22, Sione Valahi. Now it'll be 3rd and short. Quick recap of the game so far that's happened. Got a little technical difficulties getting some things set up here, but we're up and running, ready to go. In the first series of the game, Pacific Northwest Christian basically lost yards and ended up punting from their own end zone, near their own end zone. The Jets took over at their own 40-yard line, and they have been making their way down the field now. Now it is 3rd and goal from the 2-yard line, from the 2 with 6:01 remaining in the first quarter. Score is 0-0. So looking to get the first score of the game here, as Jarrett Scott is under center right now. Quick pitch out to Sione Valahi, and he kind of fumbles a little bit, and then it looks like he pushes his way. They keep the clock going. Brought down at about the 2-yard line, no gain. That'll bring up another 4th down and goal this time. 4th and goal from the 1, it looks like. 5:21 remaining in the first quarter. 0-0 is the score. Ogden Jets threatening to score first touchdown of the game or first points. Looks like they are electing to go for it here on 4th and goal from, looks like it's just inside the 1-yard line, as Jarrett Scott brings the play to the huddle. Looks like we have Sione Valahi in the backfield and a lead blocker as well. Jarrett Scott, QB keeper. That looks like it's in. Looks like the Jets get first points of the game. Touchdown. Jarrett Scott on a 1-yard run on 4th and goal from the 1. That's 2 4th downs that were converted into a first. The first one of the 2 was actually on an offsides penalty, where the Jets were going for it on 4th and 1 from about the, I think, 5-yard line or so, maybe 10. And we're able to get Pacific Northwest to jump off sides and get the first down, and took them another 4 downs to get it in the touchdown. But the Jets do lead the way with 4:50 remaining in the first quarter as we attempt the PAT. Looks like that one's up and good, so that will be 7-0. Jets lead the way with 4:50 remaining. Pacific Northwest looks to come out and get something going on their second possession of the game here, as they were stopped and basically got negative yards on their first series. Jarrett Scott gets a rushing touchdown. That was a nice, good team effort. Spread it around a lot of quite a few passes that got him yards. Some great running there by Sione Valahi, getting him up the field. Great blocking, obviously, and now the Jets lead the way 7-0. It's great to see their offense moving the ball today. If anybody listening knows the mascot for Pacific Northwest Christian College, let me know. Would love to know who that is. Again, we love hearing all your comments or reading your comments, giving your players shout outs. Like to hear where everybody's listening from or watching from. We try to engage with you, so let's keep it sportsmanlike and let's have some fun today. As the Jets look to kick off here, a couple guys deep for Pacific Northwest. It's time to return number 7. Caleb Jones takes it out to the 33-yard line or so, 32-yard line, where Pacific Northwest will start their second series of the game, and it looks like they're the Gladiators. So today we have a match versus a game between the Gladiators and the Jets. Right here in Ogden, Utah, we're sitting at about 4,335 feet elevation. Beautiful Wasatch Mountain Range in the background there. And it is 78 degrees and sunny outside, a little smoky in the air from some of the fires going on here in the west. Easton Weishide at quarterback. Handoff up the middle, tackled by a swarm of Jets. Number 58 there on the tackle, I believe. Oh, 56, excuse me. That would be Jonathan Louder. The Gladiators come up in a hurry-up offense on 2nd and 9. 4:21 remaining in the first quarter. Little option read pass out to the outside. Quick screen pass. Good connection there. On the reception is Jabok Garcia. And it looks like the Gladiators are running with that hurry-up offense. It is 3rd down and short right now, about 3rd and 3. 4:15 remaining in the first quarter. Jets lead 7-0. Another read. Handoff this time brought down. Big play there. 36 was Christian Flores on the run and met by a Jagger Shotwell of the Ogden Jets, making a big play there in the backfield for a tackle for a loss, and that'll bring up a 4th and long. The Gladiators haven't had much success on offense yet today. This is their second possession, and they're bringing out the punt squad again. So back to punt for the Gladiators.
Kenyon Jackson need to receive for the Jets.
Kenyon Jackson back to receive for the Jets. Ooh, that was nearly blocked. Ethan Seeliger was the punter, and that'll be brought down at the 30-yard line. The Jets' own 30-yard line, where they will take over. 3:22 remaining in the first half. Jets lead 7-0. My hair, bro.
It looks good.
No, it doesn't. All right. So we have 1st down and 10 from the 30-yard line. 3:22 remaining in the first quarter. Jared Scott breaks the huddle. Coming back out in shotgun formation. Tyrese Boyce alongside. Little high snap there. Tyrese Boyce gets a big pick up there. Looks like a gain of 6 there. Brought down at about the 36-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd down and 4. 3:09 remaining in the first quarter. 7-0. Jets lead the way.
6-yard gain on the play call on the 36. 2nd down and 4.
All right, 2nd down. 2nd down 4, Jared Scott. Shotgun formation. Tyrese Boyce in the backfield. 2 receivers on either side. Tight end on the top of your screen. Oh, bad snap. Jared Scott makes a wise move and falls down on him, but that will be a major loss of yards. And that will bring up a long 3rd down for the Jets. What was the 2nd and 4 now is going to be about a 3rd and looks like about 21 about 21 yards to go. So loss of 17 there for the Jets. 2:10 remaining in the first quarter. Same formation now. 5 down linemen. 2 receivers on either side. Jared Scott, a quarterback. Tyrese Boyce be next to him. It's like Jared Scott makes a quick pass, which is complete for about a 5-yard gain.
Pass complete. Brings up 4th down.
Pass complete to Kenyon Jackson brings up 4th down. And it looks like the Jets are bringing in the punting squad. .123 remaining in the first quarter. 4th and 15 for the Jets. Ooh, bad punt there. Gets a favorable roll for the Jets. Rolls down to about the 32-yard line where the Gladiators will take over. Back to return was just Sean Moore. Punting for the Jets was Porter Olson. He also sometimes comes in and plays quarterback as well. Looks like there might have been a little pressure there. Might have been caused there by the Gladiators, that punt, but didn't get a whole lot of loft underneath it. But it did get a favorable roll where the Gladiators will take over at their own 32-yard line. First and 10, 1:02 remaining in the first quarter. Jets lead 7-0. Quarterback drop spot. That was Ian Newsom. Intended receiver was number 4, Hunter Handy. Or excuse me, Sonny Asu. That'll bring up second down and 10 for the Gladiators. .56 remaining in the first quarter. Score is 7-0. The Jets lead the Gladiators right now. Second down and 10 from the 32-yard line. Whiteside at QB. 2 running backs, one beside him, one behind him. In motion. Looking for the pass again right now. Being chased. Looks to the sideline. Pretty solid pass. Went incomplete, out of bounds. Intended receiver was number 4, Sonny Asu again. Being pressured there aggressively there by Crew Cunningham of the Ogden Jets. Coming off that end, the edge there on the outside. Looks like a little outside linebacker blitz. Put the pressure on, made him kind of hurry up. Threw QB off his game a little bit there, it looked like. And now we're looking at a 3rd and 10 here for the Gladiators. 49 seconds remaining in the first quarter. 7-0 Jets lead the way. Three wide at the top. Kind of a bad snap to the right. Now he's being pressured. Looks like he's looking to throw it deep. Find his guy. It looks like they caught it. Number 29. Big play there by Demetrius Corbre. And they get the first down there, their first down, and that was a really big gain there.
Number 29. Demetrius Corbre.
About a 50-yard gain there. Maybe 49 total yards on that. Clock is ticking. 15 seconds remaining in the quarter. As the Gladiators looks like they're trying to get one more playoff before the quarter, but the chains aren't even set yet. And the time expires in the first quarter. So at the end of one, we have Ogden Jets leading the way, 7-0 over Pacific Northwest Christian College. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Enjoy having everybody on the stream. Yeah, feel free to comment your player's name or who you're watching for and where you're watching from. Yeah, as you can see there in the background there, beautiful mountain range here, the Wasatch Mountain Range here on the eastern side of Ogden, part of the Rocky Mountains. Beautiful day for football here. When we return, it'll be first down and 10 from the 19-yard line. Just switching sides, getting a little water break. And there's that mountain range we're referring to, that tall mountain there in the top left of your screen. That is Mount Ogden. Sits at about 8,300 feet elevation. Some great hiking on these trails here. So if you're ever here, make sure you look up some of the hiking here that we have. But here we go. The Gladiators now are first down and 10 from the 19-yard line. Little high snap again. Quarterback got it. Flag on the play. Looks like that might be a holding. Great run, though, there. Number 26. Tyson Moore for the Gladiators. Looks like they might be getting a holding call here, which would be a 10-yard penalty.
Rolling on the offense, 10-yard penalty, the spot of foul, legal first down.
Right. Thanks for watching, everybody. It's great to see all the locations you're all watching from. It's always fun to see where everybody's watching from all over the world. So thanks. Yeah, we love the engagement. If you're enjoying the stream, please give it that thumbs up. Follow the channel if you would like. Here we go. First down and 20 now for the Gladiators from the 29-yard line. Wise Hyde, back pass, looks for the outside wheel route and picks up a gain of about maybe one at most, but it looks like they're marking it about no gain there as Tyson Moore brings in that wheel route. Yakima, Washington. Hilo, Hawaii. Tri-Cities. Thanks for watching, everyone. Okay, we have second down and 20 from the 29-yard line. 13:52 remaining in the second quarter. The Jets lead the way 7-0. Looking for a pass, some good coverage downfield, and that was a coverage sack there, if you ask me. Big sack there by number 27 there. That would be Kaniua. So that'll bring up a third down and what's that? a long distance, we'll say. My math is poor today. I have to make it to about the 10-yard line, and they're at the 40, so it's about 30. Third and 30. 13:17 remaining in the second quarter, excuse me. Shotgun formation. It's Wise Hyde. Looks like we might have a change at quarterback there. That's Alex Ramirez in there, I think. Unless there's two number 8s. They have two number 9s, so yeah. That's Hunter Everhart. Excuse me. Lacey Washington, number 29. Demetrius Corbe. And that's another thing, too. If I'm butchering your friends or family's name, please help me and throw the phonetics in the chat there. I'd appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Okay, we have third down and 36 this time. Looks like a penalty there. Took them back a couple yards. Looking to the sideline there for 15. Nearly intercepted. On the play is Lucas Heflin stepping up to nearly pull that in. But that will bring up a fourth and very long after getting some traction on that long pass of about 50 yards. Kind of just got stuck at that point and went backwards at that point. And now we have a fourth and very long from their own 45-yard line. And back to return is number 16, Kenyon Jackson for the Jets. And punting for the Gladiators is Ethan Seeliger. Looks like that one hit the side of his foot and it goes out of bounds. Let's see if they're going to put it at about the 30-yard line here. Yeah, it's right at the 30, maybe the 31. He keeps stepping a little bit. I think they're letting the other guy make the call. So 30-yard line. So that's where the Jets will take over. The score is 7-0. Ogden Jets lead the way with 12:20 remaining in the second quarter. Anna Cortez, Washington. Go Gladiators. I like that spelling of go. All right, Jets taking over on downs here after the punt. It will be 1st and 10 from their own 30-yard line. Jarrett Scott at the back, quarterback. Have Tyrese Boyce next to him. Ooh, a little fake handoff on the reverse and then a Hand off to Tyrese Boyce, gets about 4 yards up the middle, maybe 3. Looks like they're spotting him for about 3 yards, so it'll be 2nd and 7 for the Jets.
3-yard gain on the play on the 33.
12 minutes remaining. Clock is ticking. We have 3 receivers at the bottom of your screen, 1 at the top. In the backfield is Sione Villahi, and a quick wheel route to him, little high throw, and incomplete pass. That will stop the clock with 11:48 remaining in the second quarter. Jets lead the way 7-0 over the Gladiators.
We got 3rd down, 7 yards to go, Jets.
So that'll bring up 3rd down. 7 to go for the Jets. Empty backfield this time. 2 receivers at the top, 3 at the bottom. Jared Scott at the quarterback position. Looks right immediately. Starts scrambling a little bit. Gets hit as he's thrown. Interception. And he's still on his feet there. Big interception there by number 50, Derek Robbins. And now it will take the Gladiators will take over on downs here after the interception at the 30-yard line, the original line of scrimmage where the Jets started. So they punted, ended up at the 30. 4 plays later, and that's exactly where the Gladiators will be starting, with hopes of putting it in the touchdown or getting some points on this drive, as they haven't done much offensively today, unfortunately for them, but they did have a pretty deep pass there, about a 50-yard gain. They got them in kind of scoring position, then a couple negative yards, couple penalties, pulled them back, and here we are. So back under center now is Easton Wise-Hyde, quarterback. 3 receivers at the top of your screen, 1 at the bottom. 1st and 10 for the Gladiators. Looking for that quick play. Oh, look at that. Nearly tipped down by the defensive end. But the big number 38, Jordan Leonard, wide receiver, 6'1", 205. Looks like it was set up as a screen pass there, and it looked like they're trying to look for the wheel route or pull the defensive end up by looking at the man that went in motion. But then right underneath that was that number 38, Jordan Leonard, with that reception, and then he just rumbled his way up inside the 10-yard line. So now it's 1st and 10, or 1st and goal from the 9. And the first play is ran, tackled a swarm of Jets, number 76 and 27. That is Derek Child and Kanalu Kiniwa. Probably said his name wrong, so my apologies. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We have some Eatonville, Washington. Let's go, number 7274, Gladiators, watching from Nevada. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. All right, we have 2nd down and goal from the 9-yard line right now. Wise-Hyde in shotgun formation. He's looking for another pass here. Getting rushed a little bit. Some good blocking downfield, and it looks like that's going to count as a sack there. Number 44 for the Jets, KJ Brady. Is it Brady? Yeah, KJ Brady picks up the sack, which will now make it 3rd and goal from the 11-yard line for the Gladiators with 9:59 remaining in the second quarter. The score is 7-0. Jets lead the way. All right, Wise-Hyde, shotgun formation. Looking for that corner route, finds his guy at about the 10-yard line. Eludes a defender, but it looks like he stepped out of bounds. And I would be surprised if the Gladiators do not bring their field goal unit on the play out on the field. It looks like that's what they're doing. So yeah, brings up 4th and goal from the 9-yard line, and they do indeed have their field goal squad out. Good snap, good hold. Looks like the kick is good as well. So on the kick was number 1. On the roster, I have 2 number 1s, so I'm not sure which one it was. Jamari Harvey or Blake Spear on the kick. Number 72 and 74 again. The Gants. Jacob and Roman Gant. Excuse me, Chauncey Gant and Roman Gant. So now the score is 7-3 right now. The Jets lead the way after the Gladiators get a field goal, capitalizing on the interception. Getting on the scoreboard now, 9:24 remaining in the first half. Jets lead the way 7-3. Back to return for the Jets is Kenyon Jackson. And Jackson Watson, I believe. Yep. Jackson on the return. Crosses over the 20. Picks up big yards there out to the 33-yard line. Looked like that might have been a face mask from my perspective, but I'm like right above them where they're at now. So I think I might have even had a better viewpoint than the officials there did, but that's where the Jets will take over on first down now. It is 1st and 10 from their own 33-yard line. Pretty good field position for the Jets as they look to score again here before halftime. 9:17 remaining in the first half. Jets lead 7-3. Jarrett Scott in the backfield. Looks like next to him is Sione Villahi. Handoff up the middle. And yeah, indeed, that was Sione Villahi as the ball carrier picks up about 2 yards. That'll be 2nd down and 8 for the Jets from the 35-yard line. As Jackson Watson looks to be bringing the play in from the huddle. Oh, actually, no, Jarrett Scott. Getting the play call from Coach Jamie Martin. 16-year NFL career playing for the Rams, Jaguars, Jets, Saints, 49ers, and Browns. Walter Payton Award winner, 1992. All right, Jarrett Scott, quarterback. 2 receivers on either side of your screen. Little high snap. Jarrett Scott looking for the long pass. Throws kind of looks like he might have tried to throw that away, but he put it where nobody could catch it besides his guy, if anybody. So that was a great offensive play there. Intended receiver was Cody Barrett. 8:24 remaining in the half. 7-3 is the score. The Jets lead the way over the Gladiators. Okay, kicker's number 1, Blake Spear. Thank you. Yeah, it has on here that he plays wide receiver. So I'll make sure I make a note that he's the kicker. Thank you for helping me. I appreciate all the help, everybody. Doing the best I can. All right, Jarrett Scott at quarterback again. Looks like Sione Villahi is lined up next to him. High snap again, looking through the middle of the field. Intended receiver there was Jackson Watson. Pretty good pass there, but it was a little in front of him. Led the receiver a little too much. He had him beat, it looked like to me, where if they would have connected, that could have turned into something bigger than where he caught it. So that brings up a 4th down and 8. And it looks like the punt squad is coming in for the Jets. 8:19 remaining in the first half, second quarter. Back deep to return for the Gladiators is number 10, Jashawn Moore. It looks like they have a pretty a nice lead blocker there waiting for him as well to help out. And that is number 27, Junior Rubio. Takes the play. Looks like it's brought down the 25-yard line. Big play there, big tackles. 3 of the Jets were right there, 83, 2, and 22. So Sione Villahi. We also had Cade Hancock in on the tackle, as well as Cody Barrett. So now the Gladiators will take over with 8:10 remaining. They're starting from their own 25-yard line. Looks like at quarterback right now is Hunter Everhart. Handoff up the middle, met by a big boy for the Ogden Jets, number 51, Kendall Hill. Big tackle there for a loss of 1 or 2 yards there. That'll bring up a second down, and it looks like 11 with 7:54 remaining in the half. One running back in the backfield. Looks like similar play call. He gave it. It looks like he's reading that a little bit, and another loss of yards on that play. That'll bring up about a 3rd and 12. It's looking like to me with 7:30 remaining, and the clock is running. So I was mistaken. It is it's number 9. So it's Easton Weishide at quarterback for the Gladiators. Where I'm standing, the number 9 and number 8 look very similar, even with my binoculars. Ooh, big pass there for the first down for the Gladiators, received there at the 45-yard line by number 1. Looks like Blake Spear. So that's why he's also he's a kicker and wide receiver. So big play there, big first down for the Gladiators. Ooh, the referee just takes a big stumble right there. Looks like a little miscommunication there on the offense, and it's going to cost him big, and that's probably going to be an intentional. Actually, no, that almost made it to one of his receivers. So I thought that was going to be an intentional grounding, but it looks like he was looking for his running back to be on the other side of him. And then he got a little discombobulated. Is that a word? And started running the outside as he was being pursued aggressively there by the Jets. We're trying to get him sacked, but he got the ball away and almost connected with his receiver there. Nonetheless, 6:45 remaining in the half. We have a 2nd down and 10 from the 45-yard line. Looking for pass. Lots of pressure today from the Jets, but they found a man downfield, and the pressure might have led to that one. Intended target there on that play was number 88, Damari Ross for the Gladiators. So incomplete pass will bring up a 3rd down and 10. The clock stops with 6:38 remaining in the first half. Jets lead the way 7-3. Games being held here at Ben Lomond High School in Ogden, Utah. Beautiful facility here right at the base of the Wasatch Mountain Range. I'm very biased, but I definitely love this mountain range. Lots of great hiking trails, as I've mentioned. If you like biking too, mountain biking, lots of good trails. All right, 3rd down and 10. Handoff up the middle. Met immediately by a Jet. And he picks up maybe about 1. So that'll be about a 4th down and 9 yards to go with 6:28 remaining in the first half. It looks like they're bringing in this punt squad. So we'll see what can happen here. If the Jets can do something with the ball before halftime. The clock is ticking, though, right now. 4th and 9. Back to return for the Jets is number 16, Kenyon Jackson. Oh, thank you for the nice comment there. I appreciate it. Dang. Who nearly blocked again. Received by, fumbled there. Kenyon Jackson fumbles a little bit, but falls right on it, and he is down there about the 25-yard line there for the Jets, where they will start right now with 5:48 remaining in the half as they lead 7-3. So the Jets look to do something with the ball now before halftime. They lead the way by 4 points, 7-3, 5:48 remaining in the first half. Let's go 44. Are you talking about the Jets or the Gladiators? All right. Jared Scott looking for a quick screen out pass. Does not connect. Intended target there was number 6, Charlie Thornball. 5:45 remaining in the half. Second down and 10 to go for the Jets. Jared Scott at quarterback. 2 receivers at the bottom, 1 at the top. Hand off to Sione Valahi. Looks like about a gain of 1 or 2 yards there before forward progress takes into effect. We will now have about a 3rd down and 8 to go with 5:30 remaining in the first half. 7-3, Jets lead the way. So a little bit about the mountains right now. We'll get another couple good shots of it here and probably at halftime and stuff, but just a beautiful time of year where the leaves starting to change and we have those evergreens up there as well. So you have a nice color combination with the fall colors, a little green, some brown, lots of red and orange. Beautiful time of year to go for a drive here in Utah. All right, 3rd and long for the Jets. No back in the backfield. Jared Scott looking through the middle of the field, nearly intercepted again as he threw it into heavy coverage. Looks like it was quadruple coverage or so. But his intended target there was Jackson Watson, and that will bring up a 4th down and 8. Looks like they're bringing in the punting squad with 4:52 remaining. In the first half. So, yeah, 7-3 is the score. Jets lead the way. Back to punt for the Jets is Porter Olson. Pretty low punt, but it does travel a good amount of yards. And it rolls out of bounds at about the 23 or 28-yard line. 27 to be exact. It looks like there's a penalty down. There's a personal foul roughing the kicker on the defense. So that will be an automatic 1st down for the Jets. I didn't even see that happen. So that's an interesting play there, and then we'll get a new refresher of downs there for the Jets with 4:42 remaining here late in the first half. As they lead the way 7-3, trying to do something else with the ball since their first drive, putting it in on a touchdown. Pretty heavily defensive game right now. The Gladiators have been doing really well. They've been getting a lot of a few big plays today. So they had a 50-yard pass at the earlier part of the game. Then their drive stalled out. And they've been getting a few good opportunities, good looks. So I'm sure they're looking forward to seeing what they can do with those looks in the second half. Oh, great pass there. Jared Scott looking deep there. Connects with Jackson Watson, if I remember correctly. Yeah, that's Jackson Watson. Another big play there for the Jets, and now they're into territory of the Gladiators as there's a man down there for the Gladiators. Looks like he might have got a stinger or something as he's holding his elbow. I think that might be, I don't want to get anybody worried, but number 8 on the defense. So that would be actually, that's Alex Ramirez, if I can read the number correctly. Never want to see anybody go down, but he looks like it might be a stinger based on the way that he is holding his arm. It looks like he's getting up on his own and walking off. Actually, pardon me, that was number 9 on defense. So that would be linebacker Ian Newsom. But it looks like he's walking off the field, kind of favoring his left arm a little bit, but I would suspect to see him back in. We have a 1st down and 10 from the 35-yard line. With 4:29 remaining in the first half, the Jets lead the way 7-3. Two people in the backfield right now, 2 running backs, kind of rare for the Jets. They started out in this formation a lot early on in the game. Hand off to Sione Valahi. Picks up about 2, maybe 3 yards on the play. Looks like they're spotting him about 2-yard gain. So that will bring up a 2nd down and 8. Clock is ticking. Man, it looks like 7 where they spotted it. Clock is ticking. It is 3:56 right now, remaining in the first half as Jared Scott brings in the play for the huddle. Kicker down here looks like he's getting warmed up on the sideline for a potential opportunity to kick field goal, and that would be Gavin Jensen, number 23 for the Jets. Looking to put some more points on the board before halftime. 3:37 remaining in the half. 7-3 the Jets. Snap over Jared Scott's head. He's able to pick it up on the run. Now he's looking for something, but he does make the wise move as there was a swarm of defenders. He just takes the knee and puts it down at the 50-yard line. Now this might be a little bit more difficult for the Jets to put some points on the board before halftime. Clock is still ticking, though, so that will bring up third down and quite a few yards to go. So they're at the 50. They need to make it down to the 25. So 3rd and 25 for the Jets with 2:58 remaining now in the first half as they lead 7-3. I'm sure they're trying to accomplish two things right now: take as much time off the clock as they possibly can here, as well as put some more points on the board here before halftime. That's not the first time the snap's gone over his head, but now we're under center here with Jarrett Scott under center. Got two running backs in the backfield. He's stepping right back to pass here. He's looking to the corner route. Kenyon Jackson overthrows him a little bit, and that'll bring up 4th down with 2:25 remaining in the half. And it looks like they're bringing in the punt squad. Don't want to risk anything here. But Kenyon Jackson had his man beat. Jarrett Scott had time, and he just overthrew him a little bit, maybe threw it a little too soon before Kenyon. Excuse me, before the receiver cut to the outside on the flag route. Okay, Porter Olson back to kick. This time it's really high up in the air. Everybody's being waved off by the Gladiators, and now the Jets will down it there at the 25-yard line, which was the original location of where they needed to get for the first down. So now the Gladiators will take over on downs here after the punt. 2:13 remaining in the first half. Starting from their own 25-yard line as the Jets lead 7-3 right now. Rub some dirt in it. I love it. That's a classic technique. Mr. Miyagi style, right? All right, Gladiators lining up. Handoff up the middle, met by another swarm of Jets defenders. That's number 76, Derek Child, leading the way along with 3 or 4 other Jets players. But, yeah, they're running it up the middle and hitting brick walls quite often. Looks like that might be a 2-minute warning coming up now with the 2-minute warning in the first half. There's the beautiful mountain range that so referred to. You can see some of the red tints in there as the seasons are changing here in Utah, but it is still really warm. We've been abnormally warm this time of year right now, but it is 74 degrees right now here in Ogden, Utah. So it's a beautiful day for football, sunny out. I don't know what the perfect temperature is for football, but I would say this is pretty darn close to it, especially for being a spectator. Now, if I was playing, I'd probably choose about 10 degrees cooler as with sun. That's my way of playing. What's your preferred playing temperature if you were playing football? Do you like it rainy, snowy, sunny, hot, cold? I think there's a lot of opportunities here for either team to make a difference here before halftime. We've got 2 minutes remaining. Gladiators are 2nd down and 10 yards to go as the Gladiators trail 7-3 right now. Ooh, that one might get intercepted. Oh, they ran into each other. Both the defensive players ran into each other, and it looked like it was going to get intercepted, and now one of them might be down a little bit, but I could see the free safety just watching that all the way in like it was a punt. And as the cornerback does, trails that ball and hopes to knock it down. There is number 18, number 18, Omarion Jackson was playing great defense there on the corner, and then free safety was looks like that might be Roman Franco, who looked like he was a little injured, and they're kind of laughing about it right now as they bumped into each other. They were both there on the play, and I think they both wanted that interception. One of them knew that the other one was there, or neither of them knew each other were there, and they ran into each other. So now we have a 3rd down and 10 to go right now. 1:51 remaining in the first half. 7-3. Jets lead the way. looking to pass right now. Nice little out route and a great defensive play there. Number 18 on the defensive play, Omarion Jackson, just read the out route, stepped in front, knocked his hand out, or knocked the ball out with his left hand. And incomplete pass brings up a 4th down and long and obvious punting situation as Kenyon Jackson steps back to about the 40-yard line, maybe a little bit further, where he will await the punt. I think it's Ethan Siegler that's back to punt. Oh, bad snap, and it looks like it will be turnover on downs. And the Jets will take over from the 11-yard line with 1:42 remaining in the game, and a special teams mishap brings up good fortune for the Jets as they hope to capitalize right now and put it in the touchdown right before halftime and extend the lead a little bit more. As they lead 7-3, the Jets are up with, I think I've said this, but 1:42 remaining in the second quarter. Jarrett Scott in shotgun formation. Sione Villahi is next to him, and then we have 2 receivers on either side. He's looking to that corner route. He's trying to find his man. He has him, and it is incomplete. He had it. Jackson Watson was there, and just a little overthrown again. Jarrett Scott had it, and I think that coach is seeing something on that outside that he might be trying to exploit a little bit. So 2nd and 10 now for the Jets. 1:37 remaining in the first half. 7-3. This time handoff, Sione Villahi up the middle. Looks like he picks up 5 or 6 yards now, and it'll be a it'll be 3rd down and short, because it looks like they can still get a 1st down. If they put it inside the 1-yard line, it looks like they might be able to get a first. So now it'll be 3rd and about, looks like 6-7 yards from the 7-yard line. So it'll be a 3rd and 6. 1:05 remaining as the clock is ticking right now. So again, Jets are probably trying to use up as much time as they possibly can before they put it in the touchdown as they line up under center now. Jarrett Scott does a pitch to the outside to Sione Villahi. He's met by a wall of defenders, and he's brought down about the 6-yard line. Almost no gain. Clock is still running. And I'd be surprised if Coach Jamie Martin does not bring in the field goal squad with 40 seconds remaining. The clock has stopped right now as there is an injured player down on the field for the Jets. Okay. Cooler side because you grew up in Seattle. I like it cooler too. But it's not like a Seattle cool here in Utah. Definitely dry. So, okay, injured player there. Looks like it was Nick Sega. As he's being helped off with a little limp there. Hopefully he's okay. He already has a knee brace on his right leg, so hopefully it's not a re-injury or anything like that, but he does look a little disappointed as the trainer's walking with him. Wish the best for him. Hopefully everything's okay there, and hopefully we can see him back in the game. Yeah, when I was a kid, I loved it a lot colder when I played football. So, but now I'm old, so I'm like, I'd rather not. And I do more spectating now or coaching than anything else. But hey, here in the booth, it's nice and cozy. Have a little fan blowing. Feels great right here where I'm at in the shade. All right, we have 4th down and 3 or less. Attempted field goal looks like it is up, and it looks like it's good. It is called good. 18 seconds remaining in the half as the Ogden Jets take the lead 10-3 right before halftime. As you can see, we're playing on the Ben Lomond High School football field. The Fighting Scots is their name. Beautiful Wasatch Mountain Range in the background. See that little canyon there kind of in the middle of your screen? That's the Ogden Canyon. There's a road that goes through there that takes you all the way to the other side of the mountain, where you will be able to see Pineview Reservoir up there, where we've put a dam in on the Ogden River to help us with our irrigation needs here. So we have that, and then there's a nice little pipeline set up from Ogden, from Pineview Reservoir to what's called Willard Bay, which is an excess water storage here nearby. As we live in the desert, we got to keep as much as we possibly can from the mountain snow as it melts. So, yeah, Willard Bay kind of borders the Great Salt Lake near a little town called Willard, Utah. And there's a little pipeline that takes a little excess water when we have it out there to Willard Bay so that we can use that. As the Great Salt Lake is very salty, can't use that for irrigation necessarily. All right, kicking off here for the Jets is number 23, Gavin Jensen. As it is kicked off, he's still on his feet there as he's finally brought down at about the 24-yard line. On the return there is number 26 for Pacific Northwest Christian College is Tyson Moore. Unless there's another number 26. There is not. So 16 seconds remaining in the half. The Scots lead 10-3. Try is good for football, yep. Sure is. Score is 10-3 for the Jets as we are going into halftime now. Jets lead the way 10-3. It is, I think, a 20-minute break, but we will be here. We'll keep it on. I probably will not be doing much talking as I need a little break as well. But stick around, but it will be about 20 minutes, I believe, before we start the second half. Jets lead 10-3 right now as the teams head to the locker room. So, yeah, thanks for tuning in. We'll be back here in about, looks like the clock is set for 20 minutes, and it just started. So we'll be back here in 20 minutes with the second half. Stick around or just jump back on when it's time. To answer your question about Derek Child for the Jets, we'll probably cover this again when we come back, but he plays defensive line there for the Ogden Jets. Let me see. And he's out of Bingham High School here in Utah. All right, we'll be back. There's 18-15 remaining in the halftime, so we'll be back around then. Probably about 15 minutes before we'll jump back on and get going again, but enjoy the views in the meantime. Getting ready to roll now. 22:30 remaining in the halftime. As you can see, Jets lead the way 10-3 over the Pacific Northwest Christian College Gladiators. Appreciate everybody tuning in. As we were talking before halftime, a little bit about the water situation here. Unique fact that a lot of people don't know, not even a lot of Utahns, is right here on the mountain range. You can see that little line there. You can see like the tree line where there's a line. That is actually a shoreline from an old lake called Lake Bonneville that took up the majority of the state of Utah, especially in the northern part of the state here. And they had some floods that kind of brought the water level down a couple times, one of which is actually right here, this road that you see behind the stadium. Oh, beautiful shots here by our cameraman here of the mountain range here, so you can see some of the details and texture. But there's our road. That's Harrison Boulevard. That's actually a water shelf where it's kind of on a hill, especially if you go further south, where it was where the next shoreline was. So the one that you could see on the mountain range up there was called the Bonneville Shore from the Bonneville Lake, and then after a slight flooding, brought it down to the level of where that road is now, called Harrison Boulevard, which was the next shelf, and that was called Provo Lake. And that was kind of way back in the days. And the Great Salt Lake is basically what's remaining of that now. But it was a large lake that took up the majority of the coverage of Utah. And a lot of people believe that something happened, some sort of earthquake, as we do have some fault lines right here, the Wasatch Fault right here along these mountain ranges. Believe that there was something that happened that caused these floods to happen, and then there was one massive flood that basically drained it pretty significantly, and you can see remnants of the flood, large boulders as you're driving on I-15, Interstate 15 north into Idaho. You can see remnants of all the boulders just being pushed by the massive flooding that happened as a result of what people think was probably an earthquake that caused that, which kind of drained Lake Bonneville for the most part. But that's little Utah history there. So there is a high school here in the Ogden area called Bonneville High School, kind of based on that. And their mascot is the Lakers. So they're the Bonneville Lakers. But that's just some fun little facts about Utah. But we're getting ready to go as we're set to kick off here. The second half will start here right now. Number 1 for Pacific Northwest Christian, Blake Spear is the kicker. Back to return for the Jets is Jackson Watson. He's taking it up, dodging some folks. He's getting around, but he met a brick wall there at the 35-yard line. Big hit there by number 1. It looks like that was the kicker, Blake Spear, that brought him down, but he also plays, I think he plays wide receiver as well. So the Jets will start now as they have the lead 10-3 here in the third quarter. Just starting the third, 14:50 remaining. They will start their first series here from the 35-yard line. Jarrett Scott in the backfield at quarterback. Running back beside him is Sione Vilaje. Quick out pass. Ooh, had his man beat in the flat there. Number 83 with the reception. That is Cade Hancock, the tight end. Made the catch, but had his feet tangled up a little bit. Couldn't get turned around and ended up falling down for only a 3-yard gain. He wanted to take that a little bit further, and he did have a little bit more green grass to run through. Didn't quite work out for him, though. Watching from Seattle. Thanks for tuning in. Cheering for your grandson, Damari Ross. Gladiators, watching the Gladiators from Washington. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Jarrett Scott. Shotgun formation, hands off left to Sione Vilaje. And he battles his way for an extra, looks like 2 or 3 yards after he was contacted. 14:02 remaining in the third quarter. And that'll bring up about a third down, and it looks like about 4 for the Jets. As Jarrett Scott brings in the play from Coach Martin on the sideline. Coach Martin is a well-known figure here in Utah, as he attended Weber State University here in Ogden, Utah. For 3+ seasons. I remember watching him as a child. Jared Scott throws it. Looks like that pass might have been caught, but they call it incomplete pass. So that'll bring up 4th down and short. Intended target there was Charlie Thornball for the Jets, and it looks like they're bringing in the punting squad. That will be Porter Olson as the punter, and back deep to return for the Gladiators will be Jashawn Moore. It looks like they also have a lead blocker back there with them to help out. That would be Junior Rubio to help keep the defender, keep the punt team from getting to him as fast. 13:27 remaining in the third quarter. 4th down and 5 for the Jets. And fairly decent punt there for the Jets, as it looks like that one was fielded by Junior Rubio on the return. And now we'll have our first offensive series for the Gladiators here with 13:17 remaining. And they'll be starting at the 30-yard line as the Gladiators trail 10-3 to the Jets right now. Early on in the third right now. Haven't had a whole lot of luck on offense so far. Had a few good drives, but they kind of stalled and went backwards after that as they do a nice jet sweep there to the outside, number 15 for the Gladiators on the carry. That will be Job Kralik or Job. And there's flags down. Looks like there might be a little extra curricular activity, as some like to refer to it. And we'll wait to see what the officials call. Referee is Dave Wallace. So unsportsmanlike conduct on the Jets. That's going to be a 15-yard penalty, and that'll be an automatic. It looks like it'll be a first down for them. As the Gladiators will get the ball now into Jets territory, as they'll be starting from the 46-yard line, 1st and 10 with 13:07 remaining, as the clock is now being winded there by the official. Quick little out pass there. Easton Wise-Hyde connects with his intended target there. Looks like Jordan Leonard. And even though the pass was complete, it looks like it is a loss of yards. So it's a loss of 2 or so. And that'll be 2nd and 12 now with 12:35 remaining in the third quarter. So 2nd and 12 now for the Gladiators. Shout out number 10 for the Gladiators. Thanks for tuning in, watching, everybody. Hopefully you're enjoying our stream here on YouTube. Looking deep, he has his man beat, and he overthrew him a little bit. So that's kind of been the theme today on both sides of the ball, where either team has had their guy beat a little bit, but the throw's just been a little off or just a little miscommunication. Intended target there was Darius Bailey for the Gladiators. Had his man beat down the sideline and just didn't quite connect. So now they try again. But if you are looking for improvement, that it has become quite a bit better pass blocking for these guys right now for the Gladiators. They're seeing a little bit more time, whereas in the first half almost every single time he went back to pass, he was being rushed, and it was a struggle to pick up all the pressure that was being brought to them from the Jets. So now 3rd and 12 here as he's looking for a pass. He's rolling out to his side, looks out, nearly intercepted there. Great defensive play. That was broken up there by number 33 for the Jets, and that is Laurel Inglis. So now that'll be 4th and 12 for the Gladiators, and it looks like the punt squad is coming in. Back to return for the Jets will be Kenyon Jackson. On the previous play, Derek Child was part of the problem for the defense, helping the defense out, rushing the quarterback, making him scramble and throw a little bit more. And it looks like we just got a little encroachment or offsides there by the defense. Number 8, Carter Randall. Carter Randall got a little antsy there to get through and get in there, block that punt, and it looks like the Gladiators did a hard count. So with 12:02 remaining in the third quarter, the Jets lead the way 10-3, and that'll bring up about a 4th and 6 or 7 here for the Gladiators, and they keep their punt squad on the field. Oh, it looked to me like he might try to fake it, but it's kicked pretty deep, and that goes into the end zone, so that'll be a touchback, and the Jets will then take over on the 25-yard line. So 11:53 remaining in the third quarter, and I've got this really cool fly buzzing around me all day, and it's been landing on my face, and it's super enjoyable. I'm in here having my own battle of my own against this against me versus this fly. All right, Jets, first down and 10 for the Jets. They need to make it just past the 30-yard line. So they're starting from the 20, not the 25. Jared Scott at quarterback. Looks like Sione Valahe behind next to him as he hands off to him. Little zone run for a loss. Looks like that'll be a loss of about 1 or 1.5 yards there for the Jets. Looks like he was brought down there by number 9, Ian Newsom, for the Gladiators. We've got some Derek Child fans up in here, so thanks for tuning in. All right, Jared Scott at quarterback. Sione Valahe on his right. 3 receivers at the top of your screen, 1 at the bottom. 2nd and 11 for the Jets. Jared Scott looking, has some time. If he takes more time, it's going to be a penalty. Oh, wow, and it looks like they're calling that. Oh, they're blowing it dead. I thought that it potentially could have been a fumble, but to me it looked like his arm was moving forward, and so that, in my opinion, was the right call there by the officials to blow that dead and not let that get going any crazier. A lot of people can get hurt on those, so you don't want to, when things change directions and the quarterback thinks maybe the play's over, but the other team doesn't, they go lay a block on the QB who's not looking out for it. So I'm glad that they blew it dead just to make sure that, the players are protected. So brings up a 3rd and 11 now with 11:06 remaining in the third quarter. The Jets lead the way 10-3 as they look to convert here on 3rd and long. Jared Scott looking deep. Does a quick little screen pass to the out there. Sione Valahe has a little open room. He gets the first down. And he takes it all the way up to the 32-yard line. Jets get the first down on 3rd and long. Big first down conversion there for the Jets. Great screen, great play draw there. It looked like they were going to send all their guys deep there, and they had a lot of blitz coming in on that side, it looked like. And so it was a great play call, worked out nicely for the Jets, and now they'll have a first down and 10 from their own 31-yard line with 10:37 remaining here in the third quarter as they lead the way 10-3. Jared Scott lined up in shotgun formation. Sione Valahe next to him, looking for a pass right now, looking for Jackson Watson. Little over his head there, and defender was not going to let him get to it. Great defense there by Moses Yanez. Personal foul being called there. Unnecessary roughness, it looks like, on the Jets. So that'll bring up a 2nd down and probably 25 yards or so to go for the Jets. Kind of taking it back to where they were before they got the first down. But now their first down is a lot further away that they need to go to get there with 10:21 remaining in the third quarter. All right, 2nd and 25 here for the Jets. Jared Scott at QB and shotgun formation. Looked for the wheel route, but decided to keep it. It looks like he's running. He's just trying to get out of bounds and not lose yards. So he maybe gained a few yards there for the Jets. Went out of bounds at the 19, so it looks like that's a gain of about 2 there on the QB scramble. Third and 22 here for the Jets. Handoff up the middle. Looks like a little draw play as Sione Valahe picks up a few yards, and that'll bring up 4th and long for the Jets as they bring in their punt squad. So Porter Olson will be punting. Back deep to return for the Gladiators is Jashawn Moore, as well as Junior Rubio, a little shorter there just in case it goes short, but also looks like he might be there to help protect as well. So see what happens here, and I'm sure the Gladiators are going to be bringing as much as they can to try to get this ball. Actually, they didn't bring anybody, so they're just hoping for a good return here as Jashawn Moore takes it. Big hit, met with a big hit, but they will be getting position at about the 46-yard line there for the Gladiators as they take over on downs. Looks like maybe the 47. 8:57 remaining in the third quarter. Jets lead 10-3 right now. As the Gladiators come out, ready to go. So far, the only touchdown of the day has been from Jarrett Scott on the Jets early on in the game. And then it's been a little slower offensively for both sides, both only getting 3 points on the board since then. And the Gladiators are looking to change that right now. 1st down and 10 from the 47-yard line. Quarterback finds a man. He's got him deep, and he lays out. He was wide open. Looked like nobody was guarding him. And the intended target there was Job Kralik there for the Gladiators. But that was a wonderful read there by quarterback Easton Weiss-Hyde, seeing that nobody was on him and launched it deep, but wasn't able to quite connect with him. So that'll bring up 2nd and 10 with 8:51 remaining in the third quarter. Looking to pass again. This time he's scrambling to the side. Throws it away. Looks like that's going to be intercepted there. Easy interception as he just threw it away. Heaved it in the air. And that looks like we have Roman Franco on the return here as he's kind of going in and out, back and forth. We got a penalty down. Penalty markers flying everywhere. And I'm sure it'll retain Jets ball because the penalties happened after. And there's another penalty as number 20 there for the Jets seem to be having some extra words for the other team's sideline. So there might be multiple penalties here, which is unfortunate for the Jets because I'm assuming they'll either offset or it'll be against the Jets, both of them, which could be quite the crazy situation. And now we have an injured player down here for the Gladiators, and now they have. So it looks like a couple penalties there for the Jets after the interception. So kind of overshadowed the great interception there by Roman Franco and the great pass, the pass rush that the Jets had to kind of put the quarterback there on his heels and just kind of heave-ho it in the air and kind of threw it right to our guy as the Gladiators are taking a knee as there's an injured player on the field on their side. But it looks like he might be not doing too well. Looks like the paramedics are on the field too. So hoping everything's okay with him. Not quite sure the number, but it is somebody for the Gladiators. 8:35 remaining in the third quarter. Jets lead 10-3. It'll be 1st down and 10 for the Jets. Looks like they'll be starting from the 14-yard line, which they ended up at about the 45-yard line or 44. So it's like maybe 30 total yards of penalty yards will be marked off after the interception. And the injured player that's down is number 29, Demetrius Corbray for the Gladiators. He's sitting up. He does have a few trainers around him. It looks like the EMTs did walk out onto the field, but they're now walking off the field. So it doesn't look like he required full EMS, and now he's walking off the field on his own abilities. And we wish the best for him and his health.
Pretty
interesting play there. But the Jets were able to still come away with the ball on that. Okay, it'll be first down now for the Jets from their own 15-yard line. Jared Scott is in the back. Look, fake handoff there. Passes out to Kenyon. Ooh, got brought down. About a 5-yard gain there. That's Kenyon Jackson on the reception. Yeah, looks like about exactly 5 yards. So it'll be 2nd and 5 with 8:21 remaining in the third quarter. Clock is ticking. And the Jets lead the way 10-3 right now. Maybe 4 yards. 2nd and 6. As Jarrett Scott breaks the huddle, he's got Tyrese Boyce to his side. 2 receivers on the bottom. Looks like they call a timeout. Coach Jamie Martin calls a timeout with 7:56 remaining in the third quarter for the Jets, leading the way 10-3. It'll be a 2nd and 6 or so. A little bit about Jamie Martin, head coach for the Ogden Jets. As I mentioned, he was starting quarterback for the Weber State Wildcats for 3+ seasons in the late 80s, early 90s. And he ended his career as an all-time leader in touchdowns at Weber State University for touchdowns, passing yards, and total offense. I remember watching him as a kid, and just every single play that they had could potentially end up in a touchdown, regardless of where they're at on the field. Jamie Martin has a great arm. He was fun to watch, and he did have a 16-year career playing for the Rams, Jaguars, Saints, Jets, 49ers, Browns. Somebody mentioned they're watching from Baton Rouge, I believe, earlier. So you might have known about Jamie Martin there in the mid-2000s. I guess 2005, 2006 or so. He was playing there as backup QB. At the same time I lived in New Orleans. But here we go. 2nd and 6 for the Jets. Hand off to Tyrese Boyce as he cuts back. Finds some green, but ends up finding good amount of defenders, but it looked like that'll bring up about a 3rd down and 1. Tyrese Boyce on the ball carry. Found some green side and cut it up. So the Jets need about 1, maybe 2 yards to get that first down. After Jamie Martin's career in the NFL, he became offensive coordinator at Parkway West High School in St. Louis for 8 years, as well as he served for head coach in developing all levels of Parkway West Middle School program, grades 5 through 8. It's great to have him here coaching the Jets. So handoff up the middle again to Tyrese Boyce. This time it got stuffed, but that might have been enough for the first. The referees were giving it 2 completely different spots. The one at the top of the play and the one at the bottom of your screen kind of didn't quite agree, but now it is going to be 4th down and 1 yard to go. A lot of the players are telling Coach Martin, hey, we want to go for it here. Doesn't look like he's bringing in the punt squad. They might just try to go. Oh, they are. They're bringing in the punt squad. 6:44 remaining in the third quarter. The Jets lead the way 10-3 over the Pacific Northwest Christian College Gladiators. Thanks for tuning in from Pensacola, Florida. Spokane, Washington here. Sun is number 10. Deshaun Moore for the Gladiators. I've been saying his name quite a bit today. And he's also the one back to return the punt right now. As Porter Olson gets a nice punt in, a lot of air, and a fair catch is made. Great catch, as he did have some defenders coming right at him. So that'll be a 1st down and 10 for the Gladiators now from their own 35-yard line with 6:13 remaining in the third quarter as they trail the Ogden Jets 10-3. Wise Hyatt at quarterback. Looks like he's got 2 receivers on either side, a running back next to him. It's hard to see most of their numbers. Jets look like they're bringing a little blitz package here. And he hands off on a Jets sweep, it looked like, to Darius Bailey to the outside. Picks up maybe 1 yard. Looks like no gain. There's flags down. So there's a holding on the offense there. So that'll be a 10-yard penalty for the Gladiators. Looks like there's offsetting penalties, actually. So it'll be a replay of down right now. First down and 10, it looks like. Clock is ticking with 6:03 remaining in the third quarter. Jets lead the way 10-3. Speaking of Weber State University, high-scoring battle there in Montana versus the Montana Grizzlies, and Weber State pulled it off. 55-48. What a high-scoring game. I'd like to see how that one ended. That is crazy. All right, now 2nd and 10 for the Gladiators. 3 receivers on the bottom, 1 at the top of your screen, 1 running back to the side. Wise Hyde at quarterback. Throws another one way up in the air, another one for the defense. He just gave that one a good throw. Roman Franco was there to try to pull that in again for another interception, but with no luck. So now that will bring up a 3rd down and 10 with 5:39 remaining. Clock is stopped here for the Gladiators. Is there at their own 35-yard line, looking to get something going offensively. Haven't had much luck quite yet today. Both teams are kind of struggling offensively. The Jets had 1 decent drive there towards the beginning of the game, and now it's kind of been flat since. Looks like another miscommunication there by Wise Hyde as he tried to look for his running back. Looked one way, looked another, and then he saw the defense crashing in, and he just ended up trying to make a cut, and looks like he slipped and fell. So now that will be probably credited for a sack potentially, or just a loss of yards on that run. That'll bring up about 4th and 20, looks like, for the Gladiators. Back to punt is Blake Spear for the Gladiators. Back to return for the Jets is Kenyon Jackson. Gets the punt off. Great punt, end over end. Catches it, fields it at about the 33-yard line. Gets upfield, tackled about the 42-yard line. So about a 9-yard return there as the Jets will take over here. With 4:46 remaining in the third quarter, the Jets lead the way 10-3. Moses Lake, Washington. Son is number 55 and nephew is number 19 on the Gladiators. So Eduardo Uribe. I am so horrible at names. I'm so sorry. And number 19. All right, 1st and 10 for the Jets at their own 40-yard line. Jarrett Scott back at quarterback, shotgun position. Oh, it looks like big sack there by the Gladiators, number 22. And that would be Colo Moser. Coming in on the edge there on the defensive end side, the top of your screen. Got a couple different colored shoes on, it looks like. He's got the bright green and bright orange combination, 1 of each on either foot. He's able to get that edge really quickly and made it all the way to the outside. Got around the edge and made a quick play and got that sack. So now that'll bring up 2nd and 12 for the Jets from their own 38-yard line. Empty backfield. Jared Scott looking deep, found a man, but overthrew it, a little over his head. It looks like Jarrett Scott got a little dinged up there towards the end of the play. Had a man. He was open, just threw it over his head a little bit. That's tough to do when you're under pressure like that. So props to the Gladiators defense for getting in the backfield there. But that'll bring up a 3rd down and 12 for the Jets from the 38-yard line. They got to make it out past the 50-yard line and get into Gladiators territory to get that 1st down, or else we'll probably end up seeing that punt squad come back out here. 3:59 remaining in the 3rd quarter. 10-3 for the Jets. Tyrese Boyce in the backfield next to Jarrett Scott, QB, shotgun. Looks like he looked for the flood, and he ended up finding his man. Not quite enough for the 1st down. Clock is still going. Jarrett Scott connected with Cade Hancock there, tight end, on the right side. And that'll bring up a 4th down, and it looks like about 4 yards to go for the 1st. And it looks like they're going to go for it here. My bet is that they're going to go ahead and try to get these guys to jump off sides. Orville Washington watching 22, Colo Moser. Fake handoff, play action, being rushed, scrambles, and that is incomplete pass on 4th down and short. Being pressured there. Jarrett Scott was being pressured there, number 44. Alsega. I'm horrible with names. Feel free to help me know how to say their names. Want to give them the credit, though, but that was a great pass rush. 3:10 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Gladiators will be taking over on downs here on the Jets' 46-yard line. There's a lot of footballs flying in the air there with the switching in and out and one side to the other. And now the clock is at 3:10 remaining in the 3rd. 10-3. Jets lead the way. Looking for the quick out. Oh, nearly intercepted as oh, wow. As Omarion Jackson read that play, it was going to be a quick pass. He read it, and that would have probably been a touchdown had he ended up catching that. So a great defensive read there. Great knockdown. He's a little disappointed that he didn't get that touchdown, but got to stay focused and play the next play. 3:06 remaining in the 3rd. 10-3 is the score. Jets lead the way. As the Gladiators break the huddle. Easton Wise Hyde at the quarterback position right now. Man in motion to the right. Looks like a little fun Statue of Liberty type play, but on the jet sweep reverse side, and a lot of work for just a couple yards, it looks like. So that'll be 3rd down, and it looks like 3rd down and 10, maybe even closer to the 11 yards with 2:55 remaining. Clock is ticking. So, yeah, they did actually end up getting a loss of yards on that play. Loss of yard, I should say. Thanks for tuning in, Gladiators fans, watching both your boys, number 3, J. Bach, and Nemaya Garcia. Hopefully I said their names right. Quarterback looking for a quick pass there. Ooh, threw it to his man. Just a little over his head. Wasn't able to connect with his receiver, and that'll bring up a 4th down and long with 2:24 remaining in the 3rd quarter. The Gladiators bring in the punt squad as they're trailing 10-3 here. Both teams struggling to get the ball moving offensively. So we've had a lot of punts today. It's one of those games. Set to punt for the Gladiators is Blake Spear. Back to return for the Jets is number 16, Kenyon Jackson. Great punt. It's going to land at about the 22, and a favorable bounce for the Jets. Nobody's wanting to touch it, and that'll go down to about the 16-yard line, where the Jets will take over on downs now after the punt. With 2:11 remaining in the 3rd quarter, the Jets lead the way 10-3 as they'll take over on downs right now. Jarrett Scott bringing the play in and breaks the huddle. Looks like we're going to have Sione Valahi in the backfield next to Jarrett Scott. Two receivers at the bottom of your screen. Looks like we're handing off there to Sione Valahi. Picks up probably no gain or maybe a yard if the Jets are lucky. 2:03 remaining in the third quarter. Yeah, that'll be 2nd and 9 now for the Jets. $140 remaining in the third. 2nd and 9. Empty backfield. Jarrett Scott solo. You got three receivers on the bottom of your screen, two at the top. Jarrett Scott's looking. Throws it deep. There's nobody down there. Looks like maybe a little miscommunication on who was supposed to go where and what. Couple people with their hands on their heads. A little confusion there. Bringing up third and 9 for the Jets. So 126 remaining in the third quarter. Third down and about 9.5 for the Jets to go. Got to make it past the 27-yard line to get the first. Another empty backfield right now. Maybe they're trying to find that same play that they were looking for this last time. But this time there's not as much protection. Jarrett Scott finds his man, hits him in the hands, but he doesn't quite bring it in. Jackson Watson was the intended target. And now it's going to be punt. So another punt. We have 1:20 remaining in the third quarter. As the Jets lead the way. Fair catch called and caught there at the 40-yard line. 1:12 remaining. So we'll have another changeover in downs, another 3 and out. And the Gladiators now hope to move the ball offensively as they look up to run right to the line with the play. Three receivers seem to already know what the play was, as they didn't quite huddle up. So 1st and 10 from the 40 for the Gladiators. A little bit of pressure now. Quarterback rolls to the right, throws it out of bounds, and it looks like that one will not be intentional grounding. Looks like he got outside of the tackles. So threw it away. A pretty wise decision there. I'm sure he's been getting a little coaching on the throwaway. Throw it away to the outside, not to the middle. All right, 2nd and 10. Need to make it to midfield to get the first down. 1:06 remaining in the third quarter, 10-3. The Jets lead the way. Quarterback looking to his left, being a little pressured, scrambling to the right, looking deep now, throws it way deep, has a man, looks like he might get it. Oh, that's going to be a PI if I've ever seen one, but he caught it. Looks like he brought that in somehow. I thought that might be an interception because the defender, or not interception, but Damari Ross on the reception there. A big play there again for the Gladiators as they're making their way down. Big play for them. It looked like that might have been called a pass interference because the defender didn't turn around, just stuck his hands up. Not sure if I know the rules enough. But they didn't throw it, but he caught it. They didn't throw a flag. He caught it. Now it is going to be 1st down and goal from the 9-yard line for the Gladiators. They look to capitalize on that big play there. It looks like that was about a 51-yard pass. And they find their man. Oh, nearly caught, but broken up there by Roman Franco. big play there in the end zone. Intended target there was the number 38 for the Gladiators, which is Jordan Leonard. Looks like it. Quarterback hit him right in the hands, and then Roman Franco stepped up and just knocked it out of his hands before he was able to do it. It looks like there's a penalty on the play, regardless, and they're going to replay the down anyway. So now it'll be first and goal from the 13-yard line. 19 seconds remaining in this quarter, in the third quarter. The Gladiators are hoping to put it in the touchdown and tie this up as they trail 10-3 right now to the Jets. Easton Wise Hyde looking left. Flag on the play. Looks like this one might be a false start. Another 5-yard penalty with the dead ball foul, false start. 15 seconds remaining in the third quarter. The score is 10-3. The Jets lead the way, but it is first down and goal from the 18-yard line for the Gladiators. They hope to put their first touchdown in the end zone right now. Jet sweep there to the outside. Looks like he has a little yardage there to go, and Darius Bailey for the Gladiators picks up a few yards. And there looked like there might be a little extracurricular going on there on the sideline, kind of out of my view, but there was a couple players there, including number 15 for the Gladiators and number 8 for the Jets. A little extracurricular as we end the third quarter. The Jets lead the way 10-3 at the end of the third. They're going to switch to the other side of the field and see. And I'm sure that the Gladiators are hoping to capitalize on that big 50-yard pass play. Got them in the red zone. Now they've had a few plays that have gone back on penalties, and that jet sweep that just happened where Darius Bailey was able to cut it upfield and pick up a few yards. So now it'll be second down and goal from, I'm not exactly sure. It looks like probably the 14-yard line for the Gladiators. I think Coach Jamie Martin here of the Ogden Jets might be the only person to have their number retired at Weber State University. They're at Stewart Stadium. But there's been a lot of good players that came out of Weber State, actually, in the NFL right now. Rashid Shaheed is one of those players, plays for the New Orleans Saints, wide receiver. He's known as a big play guy. Taron Johnson is a corner, plays defensive back there for the Buffalo Bills as well. Two kind of standouts right now. As Gladiators are looking for the end zone all the time in the world. Pass tip there at the line. Number 70, Lincoln Luga for the Ogden Jets tipped that ball out of the air. But there is penalty markers down. Every play, huh? Score is 10-3. The Jets lead the way over the Gladiators. 14:54 remaining in the game. So the Gladiators will have a third down and goal from the 15-yard line. Have a trips formation to the right. Man in the backfield next to him goes right, comes back to the left side. Looks like he's going to keep it and try to run it. Throws it to the back of the end zone, finds his man. Looks like it was a touchdown, but it's called incomplete because he didn't get his feet down before he landed. So a great defensive play as the receiver caught the ball, but the defense pushed him out of bounds before he could put his feet down, and that'll bring up a fourth down and goal from the 15 or so yard line for the Gladiators. And it looks like they're bringing in the punt squad to try to make this a little bit, I don't know, bring it a little closer, where if they score a touchdown, they get the lead next. About 14:45 remaining in the game. 10-3 is the score. The Jets lead the way. It looks like this might be Blake Spear attempting the kick, which looks good, and it is good. So that'll be 10-6 is the score. The Jets lead the way as the Gladiators then get a field goal after their 51-yard pass got them in the red zone. Couple penalties took them back. And then they tried to get it in the end zone. Great throw, great catch, just great defensive play on top of that made it so that third down play did not end up as a touchdown and kind of saved the Jets from that touchdown. And now they're 10-6 is the score. 4-point game as the Jets lead the way with 14:40 remaining in the game here. Beautiful mountain range, all the cliffs there. We have what's called Jump Off Canyon right there on the left side of your screen. And if you were to keep panning over to the left, you would be able to see Ben Lomond Peak, which is one of the more prominent mountains here in the Ogden, Utah area, as it kind of faces south, where most of these mountains face west. And so that one kind of comes up and forms like a little south-facing view. So everybody, as they're here in the Ogden area, they look north and they'll see the beautiful Ben Lomond Mountain. As Blake Spear kicks, it looks like it's going deep. Jackson Watson will be the return man here as he takes it at about the 6-yard line, takes it to the left, kind of weaving in and out. He's still on his feet. He is not going down. He's still going. He only has a couple people to beat, keeps getting grabbed, and finally brought down at the 26-yard line as he was trying to cut back to the other side of the field a couple times. And then hit pretty hard there by number 13 and brought down there by, looks like, Howard. So 14:28 remaining in the game. First down and 10 for the Jets, as they will be starting from their own 28-yard line. And they have the lead 10-6. So hoping to do something with the ball and probably take some time off the clock is probably some of the goals that the Jets are looking to have here. Is let's get some points and let's take a lot of time off. As Jarrett Scott is in the backfield here under center. A couple running backs behind him. And it looks like they're going to be running the football here if I was a betting man. Hand off to the right side, immediately met by a swarm of defenders, and it looks like that'll be a loss of about 2 or 3 yards. Clock is ticking, 14:15 remaining in the game. 10-6 is the score. Now we're under 14 minutes remaining. Under center this time is Jarrett Scott. 2 running backs in the backfield with him. 2 receivers. He's looking to pass this time. Has a man. Throws it. Didn't quite get it to where he was going. Intended target there was number 15. Christian Nunez for the Ogden Jets. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and 13 to go for the Jets, as they've kind of got themselves in this situation where they need to get a lot of yards on 3rd down to be able to keep the drive going. 13:37 remaining in the game. Jets lead 10-6. Jarrett Scott brings the play in from Coach Jamie Martin to the huddle, and they break the huddle coming up to the line. Back in shotgun formation. 2 receivers on the bottom of your screen, 1 at the top. Looks like they're playing a little bit bigger front this time. Looking for the deep out there and didn't quite connect. Tend to target there was Kenyon Jackson there for the Jets, and that'll bring up a 4th and 13, and I'm assuming we're seeing the punt squad come in. So Porter Olson is the punter here. Said his name a few times today. And back to return for the Gladiators is Jashawn Moore. Said his name a few times as well. Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate it. We like hearing where you're watching from as well. So keep the comments coming. Any questions you have about the Ogden area, I'm happy to try to address those when we have a minute. Takes a favorable bounce. Jashawn Moore picks it up, gets going. Somebody's hat came off. That's one of my favorite ways to say it. Helmet came flying off. Jashawn Moore crosses midfield. Looks like they're spotting it like almost right at midfield. With 13:21 remaining in the ball game, the Jets lead 10-6, but the Gladiators have the ball now and hoping to do something with it, I'm sure. They haven't got the ball in the end zone yet today, but they've tasted it and we're really close to it. Didn't finish it, and I'm sure that they're itching to get in there right now. Thanks for watching from Big Island, Hawaii. 13:21 remaining in the game. Looking to pass, heavy pressure. Looking, throws it out of bounds. And he just threw that one away. That will be a bring up 2nd and 10 for the Gladiators from the 50-yard line. 13:13 remaining. Jets lead 10-6 over the Gladiators. Wise Hyde at quarterback, looking, finds his target in the middle of the field, picks up the first down after he rumbles for about 5 additional yards after his first contact. And that's Jordan Leonard for the Gladiators that picks up the first down on a quick little 7-yard route or so and hit him right in the middle of the zone, kind of hung out in the area, it looked like. And as soon as he caught it, he started going forward, had immediate contact, but still was able to carry the pile with him a little bit and pick up that first down. So that'll be first down and 10 from about the 39-yard line, excuse me. Wise Hyde back to pass, being pressured there. 27 on it. He's looking deep. Looks like that might be intercepted too. And then the two Jets guys get in each other's way again when they should have had an interception. They were trying to take it from each other. Intended target on the play there was Jamari Harvey for, I believe it's Jamari Harvey. No, that would have been Blake Spear. Blake Spear also plays, I think he's the place kicker as well. So that'll bring up 2nd down and 10 from the 39-yard line. Gladiators taking the field. We got 2 receivers on either side. We got quarterback, and then right behind him is his running back. Wise Hyde takes the snap. Looking downfield, being pressured again. Finds his man, number 7 there in the inside the 20-yard line. It connected with Darius Claiborne. Actually, that's Caleb Jones, excuse me. All these young, like they have 2 number 1s, 2 number 2s, 2 number 3s, 2 number 4s, 2 number 6s, 2 number 7s, 2 number 8s, 2 number 9s. So they're not making it very easy on me. But that's okay. So first down and 10 from the 20-yard line for the Gladiators. 11:55 remaining in the ball game as the Jets lead 10-6. Gladiators looking to get it in the end zone, find the big boy, number 38, as he carries a few guys with him, takes it in. It looks like inside the 10, probably enough for the first down, which will make it a 1st and goal for the Gladiators. So they must have found something that they're liking right now because they keep running with that. Little substitution therein for the Jets, and we'll see what they can do to try to answer these short pass routes there out to Jordan Leonard, who's been doing great there on those short pass routes, picking up extra yards after the catch. 11-11 remaining in the fourth quarter. Handoff up the middle, and that's looks like he gets it all the way down to about the 5-yard line. And it looks like on the carry was Tyson Moore. Nope, sorry, excuse me. Christian Flores was the ball carrier on that play. 10:45 remaining in the ball game. The Jets lead 10-6 right now. Somebody's standing right in front of me. Another handoff up the middle. Oh, no, this time it was a play action pass. QB looking, rolls out to the right and throws it, and they have a penalty marker down. I would assume that's a holding penalty, but where it was at, illegal man downfield is the call, actually. So that's the next thing I was going to say. So illegal man downfield was a play action pass. I believe that's a loss of down, but I don't know for sure. Doesn't look like it. The play marker's still saying first down, but I'm not sure if that's the case. So we'll see. Regardless, it's they have goal to go, and they're at the 10-yard line. 10:26 remaining in the game. Handoff up the middle. To Christian Flores, who's met pretty immediately there by Jonathan Louder of the Jets. Who looks like he might be coming off the field right now. Maybe got a little dinged up, but there were at 9:55 remaining in the ball game. Looks like it is second down officially. Second down and goal from the 15-yard line for the Gladiators. 2 receivers on either side of your screen, including number 45. Meacham throws to the middle, finds his man. Looks like it might be called. Okay, so yeah, that was a complete pass. So now it'll be third down and goal from the 5-yard line with 9:15 remaining in the game, as the Gladiators are getting it figured out a little bit on offense right now, as they found something that they like and are kind of chipping away at it here with the Jets. Jets really hoping to make a big defensive stop and hold these guys to 0 to 3 points instead of the 7 that could potentially happen here as we are crossing the 9-minute mark left in the game. 10-6, Jets lead the way. Wise Hyde back at quarterback, sends his man in motion or just switches sides. Now he sends his man in motion. Looks like it's a handoff. Oh, we're looking like a pass. That one was read by the defense and knocked down, intercepted by the Jets. Looked like he was just trying to tip it down and grabbed it with one hand. Big defensive play there for the Jets with 8:40 remaining in the game. Big turnover on right inside the red zone, and you can't stop that. But that was a little fell on that celebration. So I think that might have been Roman Franco, if I remember, if I can see his number correctly. But actually, no. I'll get the right number here. That was a great catch. There was no way I thought he was going to catch that. He just reached right up, looked like he was trying to knock it down with his hand, but instead was able to pull it in for the interception. That would be Laurel Langlius with the interception. Now we have an unsportsmanlike conduct on the Jets, struggling to keep it together and just finish this out strong with good discipline. I'm sure Coach Martin will not be happy about all these unsportsmanlike calls that they're getting today. But 8:40 remaining in the game. The Jets lead 10-6, and they're starting out with first down and looks like first down. And is it first down and 10 or is it first down and 13? From their own 2 or so yard line, 3-yard line. So Jets kind of have their backs against the wall right now, and really need to do something to try to get that ball moving forward offensively here, so we don't have some sort of situation like a safety. Is the game going to come back anytime soon? I'm struggling to think we're live still, right? Jared Scott hands off up the middle, picks up a few yards, so they're not kind of working out of their own end zone. So they picked up a couple yards, and that'll bring up second down with 8 minutes and 29 seconds remaining in the game. The Jets lead the way 10-6. The score is 10-6. 10-6, 10-6, 10-6. 10-6 is the score. 8:29 remaining in the game. The Jets lead the way over the Gladiators. Injury. The Jets seem to have an injured player. He's being helped off the field. Micah Lopes. Hopefully he's okay. Never want to see any of these guys get injured. All right, that will bring us up to about second down and 7 from the 7-yard line, it looks like. For the Jets, the clock is ticking now, 8:20 remaining in the ball game. Jets lead the way, 10-6. Jared Scott lining up in shotgun formation, hands it off up the middle, get a little push. Looks like we got another 2 or 3 yard gain, so that'll bring up a third down and 5. Clock is now at 8:03. Jets lead the way 10-6.
Third down, 3 yards to go.
So 7:35 remaining in the game. Third down and 4, looks like. For the Jets, another handoff up the middle. Looks like that might have been a face mask. But they swarm, and looks like a no gain there for the Jets with 7:20 remaining. And I'm sure they're going to be bringing in the punt squad here right now. 7:11 remaining in the game. Jets lead the way, 10-6 is the score. Back to return for the Gladiators is number 10, Jashawn Moore. Punting for the Jets is Porter Olson. Also back to return is Carlos Clark for the Gladiators. 6:40 remaining in the game. Fourth down and short. Jets are set to punt. Porter Olson gets it away. Not the best punt, though. And it looks like it takes somewhat favorable bounce there for the Jets, but it'll still be inside their territory at about the 34-yard line. So lucky to get away without getting scored on there before. And now they're giving it back to them here in their own territory with 6:26 remaining and only a 4-point lead for the Jets as they lead 10-6 here. Gladiators will take over on downs here at the 34-yard line of the Jets. So they're hoping that they can keep pushing those buttons they were pushing on that last drive to get them all the way down there to the near touchdown. And then the amazing interception there on a little wide receiver pass. This time handoff up the middle, met immediately, but is able to get away from it. He's still on his feet. He's trying to get outside, cuts back in, gets brought down at the 35-yard line. So maybe a loss of 1. A lot of work for not much there for the Gladiators. We're down to 6 minutes remaining in the ball game. The score is 10-6 for the Jets, leading the way as the Gladiators break the huddle. Weishide back at quarterback on the 2nd down and 11. 10-6. He's looking to pass, being pressured again. He's still looking. He looks deep, finds his guy. He's wide open. Touchdown. Touchdown. Intended target. Touchdown. Darius Bailey on a big pass play there. That brings up 12-10 is the score right now after the touchdown. Point after touchdown pending, though, as they bring in the field goal squad to attempt that point after with 5:28 remaining in the game. And this is the first lead Gladiators have had today, and it's a great time to take the lead for them. And I'm sure the Jets are looking to come back and answer with an offensive drive of their own. So 12-10 as Blake Spear lines up. Holding for him will be number 22, Colo Moser. Good snap, good kick. Looks like it went through, and it is called good. So 13-10 is the score with 5:28 remaining. The Gladiators have now taken charge of the game with a 3-point lead, leading the Jets. Beautiful mountainscape there, looking southeast here from Ben Lomond High School. You can see Mount Ogden right there, and on the other side of Mount Ogden is the world-famous ski resort Snow Basin, Utah, where in the year, the 2002 Winter Olympic Games, there were some events held at Snow Basin, and some events were held at Weber State University as well at their indoor ice arena. They call it the ice sheet. But yeah, Snow Basin is right there on the other side of that tall mountain there in the middle of your screen. World famous ski resort, beautiful ski resort. I believe it's over 100 years old. Lots of new upgrades that they've been making, and it's just a beautiful spot. They will be holding some events there for the 2034 Olympic Games as well, as Nick Martin takes the return here. Jackson Watson takes the return. And 5:23 remaining, 13-10 is the score. Gladiators lead. The Jets will now come out and start their offensive series here. And it looks like they'll be starting from about the 30-yard line. No, 25-yard line. 26.
26-yard line, 1st and 10. Ogden Jets.
All right, the score is 13-10. Gladiators lead. Jared Scott back in shotgun formation. Looking for his guy, crossing right through the middle, takes a big hit, but great catch there is Christian Nunez on the reception. Five 11 remaining in the ball game. Jets pick up a first down. They will be it'll now be 1st down and 10 from the 37-yard line. 5 minutes remaining. Jared Scott back at quarterback. One running back next to him. 2 receivers on either side of your screen. This time we hand off the middle. Sione Vilaje still on his feet. Picks up. Looks like almost maybe no gain. His clock is still ticking. 4:40 remaining in the game here. That'll be 2nd down and about 9. Looks like they're spotting him about a yard gain. So Jets really looking to get something going here. Needing to get something going. And I'm sure, again, their goals are to take as much time off the clock as they can, but put the ball in the touchdown still. So Jared Scott is now under center. Looks like a little fake handoff there, play action pass. He's looking, throws it across his body, connects. Big time catch there, nearly suplexed But what amazing play there. Amazing catch by Christian Nunez for the Jets. And it looks like that's going to be enough for the first down here as they are about the 47-yard line. 4 minutes exactly remaining in the ball game. The Jets trail the Gladiators 13-10. They're doing an official's timeout. Clock is stopped right at 4 minutes. Looks like there's some sort of penalty down. I don't know what's going on. They have a flag somewhere out. So it looks like it might be an unsportsmanlike conduct on the Gladiators. So I'm not sure what that is. Maybe some coaches misbehaving on the sidelines, but it looks like it was the sideline official that was making the call, and he still seems to be having a few words with the sideline there. I'm not sure what's going on, but the sideline judge there on Pacific Northwest Christian College sideline there is the one that pulled out his flag and gets the Jets a few extra yards as they're now in Gladiators territory at the 37-yard line. 3:47 remaining in the game. The Jets are trailing 13-10. I'm sure they're hoping for at least 3 points right now. Jared Scott back to pass again. He's looking deep this time, and he finds his man for a touchdown. Holy cow, what just happened? There is a flag down. I'm hoping that is not a holding call. What a catch there by Caden Morey. Wow. Looks like they're all coming back here, so it looks like they will be calling a holding call. But what a catch and what a throw. I did not think that was going to happen. It kind of threaded the needle right on, and a lot of excitement for nothing right now. As now we're stepping back, and we're 3:32 remaining. We don't have all the time in the world to keep getting all these penalties and to have all these chances where you catch that sweet pass. Finally connected on that. They've had it open there a few times and just haven't been able to connect. And finally, when they do, we get a holding call. But maybe if it wasn't for the holding call, the quarterback wouldn't have even got that pass off. So can't say anything about that. So now we have a first down and 20. 3:32 remaining in the game. The Jets trail 13-10. Jared Scott's back. Shotgun formation again. He's looking for a pass now, and he threw it a little early. It looked like his receiver wasn't quite ready. Kenyon Jackson was the intended target. And the clock is stopped now with 3:28 remaining in the game. So second down and 20 for the Jets from the 47-yard line. As Jared Scott lines up in shotgun formation. Sione Viahi to the left of him, and then we have two receivers on either side. Pocket collapses a little. He steps up in the pocket. Oh, throws it. Didn't quite get it there. Intended target was Christian Nunez again. If he had caught that, that would have been a first down. They would have been inside the red zone. But instead, we have a third down and 20 from the 47-yard line with 3:21 remaining in the game. And the Jets are really hoping that one of these plays can work out for them. So they break the huddle, third down, 20 yards to go, 3:21 remaining in the game. The Jets are trailing. Jets trail 13-10. Looks like they got somebody to jump. I think they are gonna call encroachment. I want to see what they have to say about it because looks like it is encroachment 22. Yep. 22 is called with an offsides penalty. So that'll help the Jets a little bit, but they still have 15 yards to go after that. So a little bit goes a long ways, but they need it to go a lot further than that. Helps, though. 3:21 remaining in the game. The Jets trail 13-10, third down and 15 from the 42-yard line. Wondering if that last pass through the middle there to Christian Nunez was affected with the lighting because it looks like he was running most of his route there in the shade. And then as the pass was thrown, it was thrown to where there's sunlight, and maybe he just lost it in the transition between the two. It looked like it was a decent pass. Jared Scott back to pass right now, looking to the side, picked off, intercepted there by the Gladiators. Number 3, Hunter Handy, and he's still on his feet running the penalty markers down. Looks like there might be a penalty there, which will bring that back, but they will still have possession. Injured player down as well for the Jets. They're calling it a touchdown. We'll see what the penalty is. I'm assuming it was maybe a blindside block or a block in the back or something that will bring it back after the penalty or after the interception. So I'm sure it'll still be the Gladiators' ball. But I don't think the touchdown will count. So 3:03 remaining in the game. And it looks like injured players kind of coming off on his own abilities. Sion Holani, hopefully that's the right person. I can't see the jersey, so I don't want to ruffle any feathers. Maybe it's 62, which is Nick Sega. And yeah, number 62 is the number of the injured player, Nick Sega. So hopefully he's okay. He was kind of limping there. But it does look like they're counting the touchdown. So it is 19-10, and they're coming out for the point after touchdown attempt. So I was wrong on my assumption, where I assumed that they were going to have a block in the back, but there's 3:03 remaining. Now the Gladiators have found the touchdown twice, once on offense, once on defense, and they're at point after touchdown now attempt. There for Blake Spear. Good snap, good hold. Looks like it's in, so that is 20-10. As the Gladiators have found a way to really pick it up here in the second half and find a way to move the ball and pick through this Jets defense. And then a great defensive play there by Hunter Handy. So he got an interception on a big third down play. Looks like they're trying to run an out route, and he read it and stepped in front, grabbed it, and then made some great moves to be able to find his way into the touchdown. So the Gladiators now lead 20-10. As it looks like we have a few new. Looks like Dylan Horsley might be warming up here on the sideline, throwing the ball around, as well as Porter Olson, who's also a quarterback. He's been punting a lot today, so we've seen both of those in recent weeks. Well, it seems to be Jared Scott is the main point of contact, if you will, with this quarterback position. But some of these other gentlemen also see some playing time there at QB, like Dylan Horsley and Porter Olson. So be interesting to see what happens now as the Jets trail 20-10 to the Gladiators with 3:03 remaining in the game. The Jets really need to do something pretty quick, but it looks like they assessed the penalty. So the penalty was on the Jets. They assessed it on the kickoff, and now it looks like Kenyon. Oh my goodness, he breaks it out. They kicked it off from the 50-yard line. He took it out of the end zone, brings it all the way up. Looks like he almost broke that. Kenyon Jackson takes it all the way out to the 33-yard line. Another one or two people beat, and he would have been gone. So I see some chat. 4-0, huh? Counting it over already. Okay, so they're starting from the 30-yard line, 2:57 remaining. I've seen crazier things happen, but it looks like you have some players on that team. Based on your last name, I think I saw somebody with that same last name. So, 3 receivers at the bottom. Jared Scott's looking, finds his man on the outside route there. Throw out there by Jackson Watson, picks up about 6-7 yards, 2:45 remaining in the game. The Jets are trailing 20-10, as it has been almost nothing but Gladiators since since that first offensive drive for the Jets, where they were able to put it in the touchdown. So Jared Scott looking. Another penalty marker down. Looks like we're probably going to have another holding call. Yep. It's holding, 10-yard penalty. So that'll bring up a second down and 15 or so with 2:24 remaining. Thanks for tuning in today. If you've enjoyed it, please just give that thumbs up, a little tap. We'd appreciate it. Thanks for engaging in the chat. We love seeing all the comments and everybody talking about their team and their players. Pretty exciting to be able to be here, and the energy is high on both sides. Jared Scott looking outside, finds his man, gets that first down, connects there with Jason Watson. Picks up the first down with 2:18 remaining in the game. The Jets are trailing 20-10, but hoping to try to get something going forward here to make this a little bit more of a game. Actually, clock is ticking, and it looks like it's going to wind all the way down to the 2-minute warning. Wait. So it was ticking, and now it's not. It is. Okay. That's interesting. It's one of those scoreboards that ticks and then it like stalls for a second, but then you look at it again and all of a sudden it's down like 2 or 3 seconds or 4. All right, 2-minute warning here. 2 minutes remaining in the ball game. The Jets trail 20-10 to the Pacific Northwest Christian College Gladiators. All right, we're back. 1st and 10. 2 minutes remaining in the game. The Jets trail 20-10. Looking for a quick out route there. Finds his man. Picks up about 5 yards. On the reception is Caden Morey for the Jets. Quick 4-second play. Only took 4 seconds off. Got out of bounds. 1:56 remaining in the game. Jets are now looking like they're going to be running that hurry-up mode offense. Okay, 2nd down and 7 yards from the 46-yard line. Jets are trailing 20-10. 1:56 remaining in the game. Jared Scott back looking to the left. Ooh, he got tripped up there, and they're not calling anything. And the fans are not happy about it, but there was definitely, I don't know how that wasn't anything. If it was an accident or not, that doesn't matter. He definitely got tripped. And that is a penalty from everything I've read, but I'm not the most knowledgeable guy in those aspects. So hopefully they can figure out a way. It took 2 seconds off the clock there, so 1:52 remaining in the game. 3rd down and about 7 yards to go for the Jets. Down 10. 20-10 is the score. Need to convert. Little high snap. Jared Scott looking, steps up in the pocket. Still on his feet, but finally brought down. Looks like that might have been a little painful as he got twisted and turned around. Clock is still ticking. 1:43 remaining. And a loss of yards. And it'll be 4th and 12 or so with 1:30 remaining in the game. And this is kind of one of those do-or-die plays, I guess, as the Jets need to get the first down here. This game is basically over. They do have 2 timeouts remaining. Jared Scott stepping back, looking to the sideline for his guy. It's not enough for the first, so he's going to need to do something creative, and that is going to be a turnover on downs, as that was 4th down, and that will be pending any major mistakes. That looks like we're at the end of the game here. Jets had this one in their hands and just couldn't find a way to finish it off and keep the ball moving offensively. And then a couple big plays, that turnover, that pick 6 that went all the way home, like a 60-yard return or more. After the interception, took it all the way back. And, some big plays on either side of the ball, though. So some positives for both to take into next week. I'm sure both of them will have a lot of training opportunities here for their players to help develop them a little bit more and to prepare for their next week's games. So next week, the Jets travel to Southern Utah University for a Monday night game at 5 p.m., I believe. Excuse me. Yeah. It'll be Sunday afternoon at 3 p.m. against SUU in Cedar City, Utah. That'll be the next time the Jets take the field. So if you're in that area, go check it out. That is a 3 p.m. kickoff. And then they have their next home game against the Goodyear Wranglers from Goodyear, Arizona, 1 p.m. on Saturday, October 19th. Not sure if the location's been announced. Victory formation here for the Gladiators as he's under center, takes the knee, and that'll wrap it up with 24 seconds remaining. The final score here today will be the Gladiators 20-10. Looks like there's some chippiness out there going on. A little talking in between, at the end of the game here. Different guys. Now there's some hugs. And it is now officially over. The final score is 20-10. Gladiators take the W home with them. Congratulations to both sides. Decently played game. But yeah, the Jets end up on the rough end of the stick as they lose 20-10 today. So thanks everybody for tuning in. If you've enjoyed your time, please give that a thumbs up. We appreciate your engagement. And from Ogden, Utah, have a wonderful evening. Cheers.